So let's go ahead and create another AP div. So using the Layout tab, choose my AP div. Let's click and drag to create another div that will define this area on the left that has the thumbnails. Notice as I do this that the tracer image is not really creating a longer page. Until I add this div and drag it down a little bit, there's nothing lower on the page, so that's why you're seeing a little bit of hesitation as I create this div. I'm extending the length of the page as I do. And now let's go ahead and create two more divs, one for each of the rows of thumbnails. Click to select the div icon, click and drag, and again, do the same thing and click and drag. Now I'm going to use the Property Inspector to position these and align them, but before we do, let me show you a couple of little tricks that will help you better keep track of your divs and more efficiently create them and insert images. The first thing I want to show you is the Favorites tab in the Insert panel. Remember, you can add any icons you want to this to create your own collection of favorites. So just right-click or Control-click and choose the Favorites option. And when you get into the Customize Favorite Objects dialog, you want to find the icon that you want to add here. So I want to add the AP div, and you can scroll down that way, or you can use the bar to go more quickly. It's in the Layout collection. You want Draw AP div. Use the arrow to move it over. If you ever want to remove one or change the order, you can just use these arrow keys or drag them into the trash. And let's click OK. Now I have my own Favorites tab here where I can easily access the AP div icon and the Insert Image icon, because I'm going to be doing a lot of both of those things as I create this design. The other thing I want you to notice is that over on the right now, each of these divs is automatically named AP Div 1, AP Div 2, AP Div 3. And Dreamweaver is doing a very nice job of automatically naming these for me. Divs have to have names. But as you start to create more and more divs on the page, you may not remember what AP Div 1 is, and you do have the option of changing the names. So if I just click here on the banner, I see this is AP Div 1, and once I have the div selected in the design area, I have the Property Inspector, and this is where you actually change the name. So I could call this Top, and when I hit Return or Enter, you see it changes to Top over here. Now, if you click and select just right, you can change the name of a div here, but if you're not sure which div it is, it can be a little tricky. So you may want to come over here and select the div first so you know for sure which div you're naming, and then you can change it in the Properties Inspector or in the panel. So I'm just going to call this one Left, because I'll create another div here I'll call Right, and then inside that div, let's call these Column 1 and Column 2.